What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, Jacked Up Fishing. Well, it's that time of year again. We're shrimping, we're dip netting for shrimp at nighttime. The tide's pretty early today. We have a nice strong south wind, so I think we're gonna get into some shrimp. They've been running the last few weeks. I haven't been out personally, but I've gotten some good reports, and I'm gonna show you how we do it. I got all my dip nets, my lights, thanks to Jettie Rocks. He hooked me up with some stuff. So hopefully we get on them here. Let me go get it set up, and I'll walk you through how I do it. All right, so I got all the lights out. We got our net ready to go. Got our net ready to go. Lights are out. Hopefully the tide starts running. Let's go. All right, so the lights we're using are green blobs. You can get them on Amazon. They're pretty easy to get. And all you gotta do is, I'll put a link right here for them. That's what I'm using. Mike D gave me 2 of his, so I got a good setup here, as you can see right here. Front of the boat's all lit up. Got my shrimp net ready to go. I've seen a couple shrimp. All right, waiting on this tide. All right, I've been dipping about 30 minutes so far. Here's my first dump out. Boy, there's some big boys in there too. So I'm getting ready to dump out right now. That way I have a good clean net when they start running good. They're starting to flow through pretty decent. Not bad, not bad. Good mixture there. A couple good ones. Not too bad. Let's keep it going. So the tide's just starting to move a little faster. Shrimp are coming through pretty good now, but it's still coming on more and more as we go. Tide's 6 hours and we're about 2 hours in. More and more boats are starting to show up. We're starting to get a crowd out here. All right, a couple more dumps going in. Not too bad, not too bad. So now the tide's in full effect, and my boy the shrimp pimp showed up with a couple other buddies. So now we're in there together, got a bunch of lights set up. We're starting to dip. I tried to slow it down so you could see some of the shrimp going in the net. And there's, you see them down deep. So these shrimp are now starting to pour. We're dipping pretty consistently. As my boy the shrimp pimp says, they're going head first right into our nets. Big time. The shrimp right there. He's deep though. Well, they're starting to light off now.
What's that?
Let's get a video. Y'all busting them up over there? I hear a lot of grunting going on over there.
Yeah,
Man, look at them socks on them nets. Damn. All right, just pulled in again. Man, we're killing them now. Coming in, get some big boys in there. I'm gonna go ahead and do a check real quick. 5 gallons is the limit per boat, not per person. 5 gallons per boat. That's what we got so far. I got some of the cooler I'm gonna pull out. So I ended up getting right at my limit, 5 gallons. Just got checked out by the Marine Patrol. Make sure everything was good. Not bad by myself, almost 5 gallons. Just dumping them in there right now. Put them in the ice. And you can see some of these are, I mean, these are good shrimp. Get my cokes out of there. Make sure I cover them all in ice because I ain't doing this stuff till tomorrow. All right, guys, so I wanted to show you the net I'm using. It's a special net made just for shrimping. It's a dip net, and this one is a 30-inch diameter. They sell them in 24 and 30-inch diameter. That's the biggest you can have is 30-inch diameter nets. They're specially made. They got like a little support, so when you're dipping, it doesn't like buckle under the tide and stuff. The pole is really long. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. You can get as long a pole as you want. It gets a little unruly past about 8 to 10 foot, and it has a long tail. On the tail of the net, it has a device at the end where you can open and close it to dump your shrimp out. A lot of times they put these together and they fail because you get too many shrimp and you try to squish this over. I usually just tie it in a knot. I know it's cumbersome at the end of the day, but you never lose your shrimp if you tie it in a knot like this. It never comes undone. And I don't tie it tight, I just leave it loose like that. But that's the way I do it. I'm not saying that's the right way, but it's the way I do it, and I never lose my shrimp. That's the net right there, total. It's a pretty big net. They sell them locally here at Anchor Hardware in Oak Hill or American Hardware in Edgewater, Florida. There's also a place at Port Canaveral that sells them. They're right on Atlantic Avenue. You can Google it and find it. They sell shrimp nets. And then, you know, go get yourself a net. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cheap. I think around $100 you can get them. Not too bad. The replacement netting's like $35, so they last forever. Mike D gave me his nets. So shout out to Mike D, Jettie Rocks. And if you're not following his page, you need to go see his videos. He puts out lots of videos weekly. So go check that video out, or go check that channel out. All right, let me show you what I'm working with on lights now. All right, and here's the lights I'm using. They're the green blob lights. They got 30 foot of line on them, or wire. They got 30 foot of wire on them. I run them up, attach them to the batteries, and then I got a downrigger weight. This is a pretty big one. I think it's a 5-pound downrigger weight. I throw it, and I got about a 18-inch piece of rope. That keeps it more on the bottom. It flushes the shrimp up towards the top, and then that way you can dip them. I've put them out, as you can see in the video, on each side of the boat. It works really good. I got a link to the lights I'm gonna put in the video and in the description. It's a big green blob. They're pretty cheap, and go get you some. Well, I hope you liked that video. I went out on a spur of the moment trip, went out shrimping. I heard they were running good, and we got into them really good. I was by myself, got about 5 gallons of shrimp, and we headed them, cooked them up. Awesome, great tasting shrimp, and it's fun. It's fun to do. Tune in next week. I got Jerry from Knott's Fishing. I got BJ from Nautical Brothers coming with me, and we absolutely destroy the shrimp quick, like real quick. That's a great video. I have some awesome footage, and check in on that next Saturday. And if you haven't yet, hit that like and subscribe button down here. Helps me out, helps me get promoted more on YouTube. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. All right, Jacked Up out.